Hey there, YouTube. This is the beginning of our raised bed project that my wife has wanted for a couple years now. We had a garden in another location, but when rural water came through, they buried our good topsoil and left clay mostly on top. So we're going to try this. We just started with a tarp, kind of where we wanted it. My son put his drone up in the air, and we got it squared up with other stuff in the yard, and then rolled this end under so that we ended up with kind of the right size area for what we wanted to do. These are 8x3 Ironton raised beds from Northern Tool, I believe. We cut the tarps open so that water and roots eventually can go down if they need to, and then you'll see we eventually folded over the tarp, or the leftover tarp, to put a second layer underneath the sharp edges of the bed. I read a little bit about what I believe is called hugelkultur, and we mixed a 50-50 mix of wood chips and just screened dirt, and then we started out by putting cardboard in the bottom to smother the grass right off the bat, and then put about 3 inches of the wood and dirt mix in to start. We were wheeling our dirt from about 100 yards away in the wheelbarrow, and my father-in-law stopped by and had mercy on us and brought his little Massey Ferguson tractor over, which made the job a lot easier. We've got all three just about full. This one here was sphagnum, peat moss, and dirt mixed, almost 100%. A little bit of compost and manure, just store-bought. This one here is chicken manure and dirt in the bottom, and then potting soil, a cheap potting soil mix, and dirt on top, a little bit of extra vermiculite. And then this over here is sedge peat, some eggshells that happen to be in with my leftover sedge peat, and dirt mixed on top. This one also had a layer of dirt and fresh grass clippings down inside of it, so quite a mix. We also had some 10-10-10 fertilizer that I sprinkled in this top one here. The other two we'll have to add a little bit as we go. We'll see what it needs, but that's about what we've got for these. Now we're just trying to get some more dirt mixed around in the yard, a few other places that she likes to plant things. We're back to the raised beds here. Just going to try to finish this project up since we've taken a bit of a break. As you can see, the garden is growing well. We're just using landscape timbers that we ripped in half, and then we bought these stakes that I thought were fiberglass with a little metal reinforcement. It turns out they're just steel stakes that are hollow, but we're making them into about 15-inch chunks, drilling some holes, and putting down our landscape timbers for some edging around the bark. We'll try to clean this out a little bit, and then we're going to have to be more careful with mowing the lawn once we have the bark in place. Over here we have our irrigation line, and I have a little trench dug out under here, so that'll sit down in there, and then we just have it going over to a spigot with water on it where we can keep it out of the lawnmower. So we should be able to put a timer on here and it'll all be self-watering. Our stakes were about 9/16 with some little knobs on them. So we drilled 5/8 holes, so we had just a little bit of tension, and then we just punched holes right through the tarp to hold it all in place. Here we are the next day on a fairly windy day, and the bark is still just a little bit damp in some spots, but you can see what it looked like at this point. And here it is about 2 weeks later. This is the final product for this year. I never did get any video of the drip irrigation install, and normally we put this on timers, but we've been getting so much rain that we did decide just to do it manually when it needs it, and that seems to be working out well. Thanks for watching, and if you have a comment about what we did well or what we could do better, we'd love to hear it.